Aptus Clinical was founded by former colleagues who worked together at AstraZeneca. That's myself, Steve McConchie, Jonathan Lewis and Anita Corley. And together we have about 75 years of combined experience in running, managing and delivering clinical studies. Our vision for Aptus Clinical is for us to be a bespoke specialist provider of clinical research services to a wide variety of clients, whether they be pharmaceutical companies, biotech companies or academic institutions. And our real passion is for drug development, and what we want to be able to do is provide that knowledge and experience to help provide specialist, bespoke clinical research services to those kinds of clients.
We've identified 2 or 3 areas that we think we would offer a distinct advantage to the other providers in this space. For example, the academic studies now are getting much bigger. They're usually multi-centre across countries, if not continents now in many instances. And for many of the academics that are working in this area, they don't have the kind of organisational experience and cross-site experience with project managers and study leaders that we can provide to pull together that kind of industry experience and apply it in the academic setting. We think this will be a big advantage if we can get our people into that setting. The other area that we're particularly focusing on would be the biotech companies. For example, they're developing a compound. They tend to be extremely experienced and knowledgeable, obviously, in the preclinical areas, but when it comes to getting that compound into man or putting a program together to get that compound to the point that it could be out-licensed to a bigger company, then the kind of knowledge and input that they might need to achieve that is the kind of knowledge that we can offer them. We've got experience in early methodology studies, in first-into-man studies, both in patients and in healthy volunteers, through proof of principle and proof of concept studies into the big phase 3 regulatory studies and the clinical pharmacology packages that go with those.
The environment for running clinical trials is becoming increasingly more complicated and difficult to navigate. There's many regulatory, health economic and also ethical concerns around the conduct of clinical trials, and that makes running and delivering clinical trials much more complex and costly than it used to be. We have a trusted team of associates who have equal breadth and depth and knowledge around delivering clinical research studies. Our vision for Aptus Clinical is for us to be a leading bespoke provider of clinical research services to help small, medium-sized biotechs, academic institutions and so forth, actually in their quest to develop new and effective medicines to the benefit of patients.